jamming all night. Bring out all the drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king. A party party, jamming all day. We having a party party, jamming all night. Plenty drinks, plenty food to put you in the mood. From Christmas to Carnival, bring everything hard. Show it. I hear me them calling. Show it. It's no time for sleeping. Show it. Let's start the party again. Show it. It's Christmas time again. We go around like long ago. With box, bass, guitar and quattro. A man with a mandolin in his hand. You could see them come out the jam. We having a party, jamming all day. We having a party, jamming all night. Bring out all the drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king. A party, jamming all day. We having a party, jamming all night. Plenty pork and farang, woman and all kind of ham. From Christmas to Carnival, bring everything hard. Show it. Put coffee on the fire. Show it. Not leave it till later. Show it. It's a gentle reminder. Show it. Bring up the liquor. We go around like long ago. Here's my friends from Tobago. We go dance the Shilanto. Sing Faranga, let we go, let we go, let we go. Drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy drinks, killy 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 king, killy 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 killy drinks, killy killy Conmigo, mi amor. Again, they're coming in, they're calling me. It's time to party. We having a party, jamming all day. We having a party, jamming all night. Bring out all the drinks, gilly 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 king, gilly gilly drinks, gilly 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 king, gilly gilly drinks, gilly 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 king, gilly gilly drinks, gilly 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 king. A party, jamming all day. We having a party, jamming all night. Plenty drinks, plenty food to put you in the mood. From Christmas to Carnival, bring everything hard. Show it. I hear me them calling. Show it. It's no time for sleeping. Show it. Let's start the party. Show it. It's Christmas time again. We go around like long ago. With box bass guitar and quattro. A man with a mandolin in his hand. You could see them come out to jam. We having a party, jamming all day. We having a party, jamming all night. Bring out all the drinks, gilly 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 king, gilly gilly drinks, gilly 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 king, gilly gilly drinks, gilly 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 king, gilly gilly drinks, gilly 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 king. A party, jamming all day. We having a party, jamming all night. Plenty pop and farang. Woman and not kind of ham. From Christmas to Carnival, bring everything hard. Show it. Put coffee on the fire. Show it. Not leave it till later. Show it. It's a gentle reminder. Show it. Bring up the liquor. We go around like long ago. He's my friend from Tobago. We go dance the Shilanto. Sing Baraga, let we go, let we go, let we go. Drinks, killy, 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 drinks, killy, 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 drinks, killy, 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 drinks, killy, killy, killy,
Let me go. Hey, it was Christmas morning. Man, I hear it all talking. So I sat listening to hear what they were saying. And I couldn't take them all. And I opened up my door. Was my neighbor Mary, who living next to me. I say, girl, where you come here for? Where you want? Before I close up my door. She said, man, like your forget already. Let me refresh your memory. Where you want? Where you want? Say, I promise to give you house. Say, I promise you plenty jam. Say, I promise to give you wine. Better than you had the last time. Every year you make promise to me. This year like you want to black me. Girl, you know things hard. Girl, you know things bad. But you know it's a man to me wood. And you know me wood is good. If I say I go give you plenty wine, till I go give you plenty wine. Take wine, but promise to give you jam. Till I go give you plenty jam. All because it's Christmas time. Come let me share what you like. See it. What you want? What you want? See, I promise to give you house. Say I promise you plenty jam. You promise me peace at the key. I don't guess you have one already. What you want? What you want? What you want? Every year I promise you something. Every year I need parang and you're in Mandolen. But you see this year, I want some Pandolen. I will promise you some Pandolen. You ever get some Pandolen? Well, take this thing, yo. What? Yes. Get up, hey. You like it? You like it? I know you like it. I know you want it. I know you like it. Take this thing, yo, hey. What? Oh my God. Say I promise to give you house. Say I promise you plenty jam. You promise me peace at the key. I don't guess you have one already.
Oh no 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 no. Oh Lord, I'm scared, I'm scared. I hope they don't cancel Christmas this year. It's Christmas time again, but the celebration gets a little different for me this year. We wanna celebrate, but across the nation, it's just restrictions everywhere. Imagine we can't even go and take a drink by the garden. Imagine that Christmas coming and we can't go far from it. Santa can't deliver your presents if you're in quarantine. And if you want to go midnight mass, you have to watch on TV. Oh Lord, I'm scared that they try to cancel Christmas this year. I'm scared, I feel they go try to cancel Christmas this year. We want to parent, we want to dance. Then but we stay inside and social distance. Oh Lord, I'm scared that they try to cancel Christmas this year. Cancel Christmas now, please. It's not Christmas time if we can't go house to house, everybody together enjoying the life. I won't feel alive if we can't go all about, haranguing each other, having a nice time. Imagine I have to stay home and eat my own bread and ham. Imagine whole Christmas season I can't hear no life around. Me and the boys get together to put up and line my Clyde. We leave all how we by the gate, cause too much people inside. Oh Lord, I'm scared that they try to cancel Christmas this year. I'm scared, I feel they go try to cancel.
Yo. You saying, my brother?
Ade, what's up? Hey, what's up?
I cool, man. I cool. I say, well, like, where's Spree going by? I say, like, Spree sleeping by?
I want to do.
I mean, it's coming close to the season 12, so you know, I mean, all you had to pump too.
Yeah, but from tomorrow home until the 3rd of January, ready.
Holidays?
Yeah.
What?
Small holiday.
All right. That is how the thing set up, dog. Well, I'm going to tell you. Anyhow, guys, we want to say good evening to each and everyone. Sorry about the late start. I reach home well on time or whatnot, as the case may be. We were just putting things in place. I had to bring one of the parent person also too, but the man answered the call a little too late, and I had to bring a big time song man too. He answered the call and all a little too late. All right, but things shaping up. All right. So I'm yours truly, loving the girls, them glory, and of course, you see the co-host there this evening. This evening is Spree. You understand? The original Cedrus man, but hey, when we go drink a little broth or something from down on that side again, boy.
But you know, we just have our little thing here on the greens, you know. Ever so often, you know, everybody eat for a little lunch and maybe like about 8 of us, 9 of us, and do our thing.
But with all you do a thing, I was afraid that part, but I ain't gonna lie.
But you saying that so. I just afraid because I from the time you broadcast with me, you don't know what's going on already. So I just had to text certain people and let it happens in a small crew. And then men still find out and told feelings, but you know this time here you have to protect yourself a kind of way, you know.
I total no feelings. The way all let us drink and thing, brother. I not total no feelings.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Wait that?
I was trying to host like a I Love Cedrus Christmas with about 60 to 80 people. But the way of the pandemic going, you know, you have to respect the order and do the correct thing. So I had to shut it down. Sister was flying in with some friends as well from some of the USA crew now. but I had to shut it down late minutes. You know, how the thing was going on, it was looking like it was going on ease up, and then after, you know.
It just spiked up a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I think we have to be worse right now, according to what this.
I'm trying to cope with everything that is taking place and whatnot, as the case may be. All right. Anyhow, let me go in early. We want to say good evening, going out to Liz. We want to say good evening, going out to Janelle. Good evening, going out to Curtis. The Curtis, the crew from 104.7 FM also. Right, so that's the crew that jump in early in the mix. All right. This evening I wanna jump in something dealing with the news there. I didn't get one of the video clippings early, right? Because yesterday evening, when you notice in Tobago, oh guys, and also you can WhatsApp me on 7239121, 7239121. You could also send a voice note, right? I think we have the thing link up. There. All right. What happened is you happen to see anything going on with the election in Tobago, my brother?
Well, I just follow up a little bit. on the results and we realize that the PNM, well, they lost. I think 12.
That's not a loss. That's demolished.
Yeah, in our conversation today, we speaking, you know, it was 6-6, but they didn't want to give nobody. They didn't want to give the other party, you know, more control of whatever, right? Yeah. So you come and you lost. You come like you lost all now, and you have no control at all. So it's better they remain 6-6, give them the control, and you would still have 6 people inside to see something.
But the thing about it is, before we go into that, we was not talking about the pandemic. Did you watch some of the videos and things all the day before and the same day?
Yeah, I watching some of the celebrations and the rally, well, the small rallies and stuff.
Right, and some of these people.
COVID don't spread when it's election time. Boy.
What do you mean?
Only when the black boys and them zesting COVID don't spread. You realize that? Only when the black and them zesting COVID don't spread.
I don't think the say concerning that not me and you now.
But you're seeing that.
I have some soft clothes, but I have much shoes now.
You're seeing that.
I have soft clothes, but you see shoes, I ain't have much shoes, brother.
You could go in the court bare feet, man.
These days, court is online. So you know, I could probably you know, but I live in obliquely opposite the church. So to see that the police is coming by me to pick me up and whatnot, that thing will look good. That thing will sound too good and thing will look too good. So you know, but I understand where you're coming from, because what happened is, what we are saying is, you cannot preach something here and right over there is something different, and you can't continue with doing that. That's what I was looking at. And I was saying that these people from Tobago is traveling to and from here right through because it is Trinidad and Tobago.
Why? How this COVID thing working? Your spouse getting it to sleeping on the same bed with your spouse and there's no COVID in it. This COVID thing is very weird, yes, right?
No, but why you say that? You're sleeping with them, but.
No, like you know, you are this spouse.
I'm trying to lock off something here. Right, I lock it off. Go ahead. Good evening, go ahead, Spree.
Yeah, you and your spouse sleeping on the same bed, and next thing you know, she have it or you have it, and just one person have it, and you're right there with one another.
Yeah, but remember, Spree, I hear what you're saying, but you still have to be wise out here, because at the end of the day, if you working somewhere else from where I am working, right? And so I hear what you're saying. So you have to protect yourself as well as I had to protect myself.
Exactly.
Right.
And COVID is more transferred with these things. You see your hands? Keeping your hands away from your face and touching all over the place.
That's why they're telling you wash your hands and all that kind of stuff, because I don't believe in my heart I don't believe in that is my take. This is not the voice of any radio station, television station, or on the internet here. I don't believe in my heart it is just something dealing with in the air. I don't believe so. I honestly and truly feel, according to you, Spree, it is a touch something at some point in time, because at the end of the day, I can't understand that I am having a mask right through and all these things, keeping my distance and whatnot as the case may be, and I still getting COVID. I just my take on it.
Yeah.
Right.
On work by us, we have a couple people that have it. And one of the drivers, I think he's very careful, not one that parties a lot and stuff. He don't party at all. I don't know him to be a party man. He has it. And he's very strict, keeps himself a kind of way, so I don't know.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So that spike there, I think honestly and truly, because we saw with the general election, right? We saw all kind of thing, and then they're not blaming us that. Then they started blame about the thing with the young lady that died and all the protests and things take place. They blame that. Then they talk about certain parts of protests with local election and all this kind of stuff. And then now we are seeing the situation now with Tobago, right? And when I saw that, I say, wow. So they have no respect with COVID. I mean, COVID is real. No matter what. Go ahead.
I was looking at the clipping where one of a senior police officer was speaking to the crowd, and he was, telling them he have no problem with them. Remaining in groups of 10. Just stay away from each other and be in groups of 10. Make sure you have on your mask. I don't know how effective that was, but that's what he was saying at the time.
Well, they were because they were saying the government was saying they started to give people in groups of 10. And when the government was talking that earlier on this year and probably last year, when they were opening up and saying groups of 10 and all this kind of stuff, and they were opening up little things with sports and whatnot, they say it is alleged, well, not alleged, when the Prime Minister was saying that, how much people could be in the stadium at that point in time, but it's groups of 10. So if 10 people here and 10 people so he was explaining these things to, so apparently that is what probably the officers and them are talking about, right? Good evening also going out to you, Janelle. So glad to have you locked on, right? So that is one of a major thing that I was looking at concerning the Tobago election. I have a dread problem with that because I honestly and truly want to go to Tobago for a little weekend or so, for just a little 2 days. I've been honest with you. Just for a little relaxation, right? Just to take a little relax, be out of the eyesight for a little while, and go to some nice little resort where I could dive in a pool, sip something, because that kind of thing, boy.
I think for this thing to get better, you just have to allow things, just boy. People go there, they have to get worse before you get better. Your own body had to fight this, right? Yeah. If you know you have problems with yourself, you take your vaccine, you stay away from people, and that's it. The fastest way is for everybody to live their life normal, and
are we saying here that when the taxi driver said it, he probably did say to Roden?
Yeah, but everybody has their own opinion on it,
No, but I say it as it is, because go ahead.
We have to listen to the experts too. Remember the experts, that is their field study and so on. So you have to listen to the experts. I really don't get into this COVID talk much. I have my own opinion. I just keep it to myself and just listen to people. I don't really get
again, it's true. But again, as I said, due to the hot topic on the news, where you saw these things taking place, it's something to look at.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's something to look at. So it's not to say that, I've been honest with you, I just kind of fed up at the thing, at the COVID thing and whatnot, as the case may be. But at the end of the day, that is one of the hot topics, because when we look at the election, You understand? And then I look at one of the videos. Where the crew is the PDP or the PDP what who have it? Who won? Right?
Yeah,
When a
PDP.
certain street, right? A certain street. But if you see them men and them with big flag and whatnot, and the song was
a victory. A victory
yeah.
celebration, yeah, I saw it.
Right. And then the guys and them was singing something. It was on TikTok.
Mac OS X.
Hold on, where's this playing here? Hold on. Where's this? I don't know what this is playing.
I'm doing something.
Right. And then now we saw where the guys and them was saying something like good evening, gonna take carry on. Where the guys were saying something like PNM, there is no PNM living here. I don't know if you is that song? Yes, boy, they were singing the song.
Nobody lives there. Nobody lives there.
Right, but the song itself, they made a song that's saying there is no PNM living here. So what? And them men waving that flag, my brother. And I saying in my mind, Lord Father, they are not still understanding that we are into a pandemic here, and a certain thing like that or whatnot, as the case may be. But what the question I want to ask: how will we be able to control something like that? I mean, how are you doing that? Because I'm looking for power. How are you doing that?
And that's it. When you're looking for power, the goalposts move. When you're looking for power, the goalposts move.
I wasn't expecting to say something like that, but this is the reality.
It's reality. That's what has happened. The goalposts move. Most politicians lobby will get into that for self, to gain for the self. Right? That's what most people. And there's nothing wrong with wanting for you, wanting better for yourself, or to gain for yourself. But the whole thing is just hoodwinking the public into thinking that you're really there for them. And when they go there, we have some of our system real like old archaic system and you go there and you ain't changing, no changes, you do nothing, you just ride the wave and your time come, and what we just do is vote out people, we really vote in people. We just have a different choice. We are like the PNM. We've actually the PNM, they do nonsense, so we just put in somebody else. That's what we just do. And that's it. Yeah, if after how much is 56 or something, I think I get that wrong. I ain't sure. Yeah, learn. When you go learn. If after all that time you learn, when you go learn. The same thing over and over and over. Different government, all the changes in the jerseys and
is the jersey?
Same setup. Yeah, and the same set of people just recycling themselves over and over.
And would you believe I have a dread problem with that? I would not lie for anybody. I have a dread problem with that. All right. Good evening, good to you, Dennis. Right, but I really do have a dread problem concerning something like that, because I mean, at the end of the day, as you was just saying there, that is a problem I have with you just recycling the same people. And when it's time to give somebody a real chance and whatnot, as the case may be, you're holding them back. And the reason why you're holding them back, you put them there was hoping that you would have given them a chance to make a little difference. Right? So it's a 36 minutes after the off, 8 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. All those who are out there in Canada, like Gillette and them and whatnot, that is the time over here. Right? So I just want to pay a bill here because we want to go back. We want to go back now to about
You're locked in to Trini Spice FM, bringing you the best known and less known soca, Caribbean and urban music from around the world. Trini Spice FM. Good vibes. Good vibes only.
Make I go love you, make I go love you, tender.
Trini Spice FM.
Saturday. I'm coming out now on a Saturday by the market. I'm coming out on a Saturday now by the market with my plant
Yeah,
pots.
I see all them, man. Looking nice, man. You don't know what the time.
I'm coming out. I'm telling you.
But how
I
the
get
sales,
out.
how the sales?
No, I really went out for the first day. I didn't really get no sale. I wouldn't lie. But what happened is the amount of people come to check it out. I know this week here, I top up. I make sure I load up. Because
Yeah,
what
man.
happened is I got a good response of the people out there. Till some people are asking me, well, so long are you looking for this? Where you was all the time? But what happened is I decided to come out the first week in December because I know the ladies and them, they're looking for the plants and all these kind of stuff. Until somebody said, oh, and you're selling it reasonable, so you know, one of them said they're coming back next week and all this kind of stuff. So I get a nice little feedback concerning that. Right? Let me give some shouts to some of the sponsors at this point in time. Right? Want to send some shout outs going out to Blockwell Construction right in Point Fortin. Right? Homefront Color Studio right next door Republic Bank in Point Fortin area. And of course, want to send some shout outs to First Citizens in Point Fortin. Right? And of course, back in motion, the physical therapy right there in Point Fortin, 20 Adventure Road in Point Fortin. You know, if you had some little problem, some little incident or some accident, you had some little stroke, some family or something, and they need some therapy, you need to check them on Mondays and Thursdays at 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. and on Saturdays at 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Make an appointment, 648-6214. I repeat, 648-6214. And of course, Ancilla. Want to check you out on Facebook, Instagram, all social media. Ancilla Customed Designs. She have all different kind of style and whatnot. And of course, big up Matthew and the big Mac Entertainment family, Spice Groove Radio. On a Saturday, he's on. Yes, he's on from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And the DJ shootout, the semi-finals is this Thursday. Free. The shootout is this Thursday. All right?
It was nice by my side, man.
Yeah. Well, we come in and do the finals by you. So, you know, you have to organize. Make sure you organize your tent and we're coming out.
Yeah, the thing was nice, man. The thing was lovely.
Right? So the finals
I had to thank you and Wiz and Pigos for passing through, man.
Yeah. And the finals we coming back and we're doing it by you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it back by you. The finals is going to be coming back to Lakeview, right? Everything is going to be online as usual, but we're just doing it by Lakeview. If it is that one people willing to come out and see it live, it's up to you guys. But we're trying our best not to bring no crowd there. That is why we are keeping it online. We just do it by Lakeview. But the people of Lakeview, if you feel too free, put on your mask, keep a distance, wash your hands, and you can view the thing live. All right? That's all the thing set up. So right, I want to get back into the mix here of the Tobago election. All right, of the Tobago election spree. Now we saw there where the PNM lost. As a sounding, as we just say, I don't like to say it like that. A sounding quotas. That is 12-3. A sounding one. 12-3. Right. That is what they call a song one. Right? So are we seeing that the Tobagonians are showing you that we are not on you? If you feel you could fool we like you fool Trinidadians, not we?
You can't play with some people all the time. You know. They are more liable to swing their votes in Tobago than in Trinidad. We have a lot of diehards here, no matter what people do, and they will still follow. Like me, for instance, this last time here, I voted in. Well, my address is Labrie, so I voted in Labrie, and I voted because of the crew that I hang around with. You know, they would encourage me to do so. I went and voted for the PNM, and some people, when they feel like you vote for the PNM, you're not supposed to say nothing about the PNM or criticize something that, you know, like the minister doing or something. You're not supposed to criticize.
And I find that is wrong.
It is wrong.
The reason why, if I vote you, I have the right to talk about that because you were going to die. What put you there for?
Exactly. And I expected a little vigorousness from them now, and they just sit back and like toe in the line and whatever is whatever. I had a serious problem with the roadway that was in Captiville roadway, and I spoke about that. And everything you would hear is Wassa fault. Like, you know, Wassa is a entity unto themselves. You all are in charge of government and on charge of Wassa as well. So what you're trying to tell me is Wassa fault, which means that whoever your colleague is in charge of Wassa is not doing a proper job. You're showing up your partner by saying it's Wassa fault.
But then
the Wassa cannot do their job.
But Wassa
90% of our roadways because of Wassa, you know, not fixing back the roadway properly.
And Wassa is stating that they are here to see about water. They are here about to see about the leaks and make sure they're not here. Right?
Well, if so, now I tell you, we live in the old systems in place and we're not changing nothing. If that is how it usually used to be, well, you're seeing there's a need now for you to work with a or for the ministry to introduce a road patching crew. So as you go and you fix it back as well. And Wassa you fix now, and about 2 weeks, 3 weeks after, water leak again and again and again. So I don't know if what they're using is not properly. I don't know if the men and them not trained properly. I don't know. Had to be something simple thing we can fix, right? We keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different changes.
I don't know if you're watching at that. In Gonzal area there, by the bridge, after the bridge, when you take the corner, where the water does be spraying out, and it's about 2-3 days that's spraying out. And when they see about that, about 2-3 months again, it's spraying out again.
Sprayed up again. Change the entire pipe, so you won't have a problem.
But not
and
even that.
Long across the bridge?
No. And not even that. Now, what I'm looking at, we are going through, we are now using the water from the desal plant. That is salt water. So some years gone by, we didn't used to use salt water. So it is obviously if you're using salt water now, don't you think that the pipes and them you are using is the wrong pipes now? Because it's going to be rusting. It's salt we're talking about. You ain't think so, man?
You ain't have no degree. You have a degree?
Well, it's true.
You have no degree. The small man, the small man does not say. The small man is stupid. You know what he's talking about.
And it reached back down to what we was talking about here with the situation in Tobago. Do you think, I want to ask you a question there. Do you think that the PNM has lost focus? With the ground, with the people on the ground?
Long time, you know. You have a leader that, in my opinion, this is my opinion, I think is very arrogant. And instead of talking with your people, there's a difference with talking with your people and talking down at your people. And that's what is going with him. He talks down at you. And a lot of them had that thing. I think the national security minister and then the smiling guy who always laughing at you there and saying you ain't riot yet. All of them have this. You see, all of them is them money high, you know. They don't care about you really, you know. So they have this kind of way where they talk down here. Them fellas over like 70 years and things, let's come out here and give young people a chance to do something now. And all they just years and years the same last thing over and over. But I don't know what to say them now. Now listen to me carefully. We grew up in a kind of gimme kind of thing to everything you want the government to do and government to fix. When there are simple things you could do for yourself too. But I don't know. I don't know why. We lost it a lot. Trust me when I tell you, changes that people require things. You and I are not going to see that in this lifetime. It's probably with you and me. Not you and I. We ain't going to see that. When things supposed to be getting better, it's just getting worse. Like for instance, where you was working there, that command shut down. Right? They were saying bad spending and so on and so on. You ever sign any check or any contract
No,
or anything?
nothing. I didn't even get a paper stating I going.
No. In terms of they're talking about bad spending and so on. You ever sign any check or any contract for anybody to get any millions of dollars or whatever?
No.
Who signing that? It's those in management who the government put there and the boards.
Yeah.
So they're spending the money and then
But the thing about it is they fool the people. I don't like to go back to that. I don't like to go back to that because the first thing that people will go up and say, oh, Lovey only talking that because he was one of the Petrotrin workers and the Trinmine workers. Right? But we from Trinmine Point Fortin area, we used to work very hard. And your class Petrotrin as all of us. I have a problem with that because the money that was spent in Pointe-à-Pierre wasn't the money that was spent in Point Fortin and Santa Flora. And I could talk that for everybody. I could talk that. Then the next part, because we're still dealing with the situation that concerning Tobago, and it always reach back down to this. Because the next part, Spree, I will always say concerning certain things and whatnot. Due to the management and whatnot, just as what you said, that has nothing to do with me. And the third part, the third part I don't like to really talk about is how come when the union decide to buy the refinery and you have to give the union all the paperwork because they want to see, well, what was making sense and why making sense. You saw that it was about $63 billion profit they made. And why it is you make Trinidad and Tobago believe that the refinery was on a loss. So if it is that you closed down the company because it wasn't making sense, how come when the company closed down and all the paperwork was handed over to the union and the people and them who decided to buy the refinery, so they made $63 billion, so then you're owing me? Get where I'm coming from, my brother?
Yeah, by Lovely, they don't do that thing already. I will tell you, the average man, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's all things are.
And would you believe now that you try a gimmick of to vote, to get people to vote? You try a gimmick, you're giving the land to people that don't have. You get rid of me whether I have or not, and you owing me. And it's the union that made the decision to the government. If it is that you can't pay with the money, well, here, give way to land. How come now you coming to tell me? So if I work in a company for 20 years, you didn't want me to have a house on land? But if you're owing me 200,000 and you can't pay me, give me 10 piece of land. That's my land. That has nothing to do with what you have or I have.
That's why I tell you, these fellas don't really care about people. Boy. These fellas are not about people. And if you're
But you heard what it was. He bought another vehicle, a nice big time vehicle. He bought that, and we don't have no problem with that. That's your money.
Yeah, but it has some nonsense I don't really get. That man working for money, that is money and he buy a vehicle.
This is not staying free.
I don't have no problem with that. You can buy a plane if you want. I have no problem with that. You see that nonsense?
But this is what I'm saying. So why it is we mustn't have a problem with what you buy and do what you do. But if you owing me because I have a house and a land, you can't give me my land also too because I have already. But you owing me. You catch where I'm coming from, my brother?
Yep.
That can't be fair. All right. Hey, well, I wasn't watching the comments here. Good evening, going out to your Corinne. Good evening, going out to Gillette. Let me go back here again. Kurt Kelly is back inside the mix. Janelle. Okay, so let me read some of the comments here. I wasn't watching. Sorry. I have realized that we don't vote them to vote for us. It's like it is the other way around. Tobago have proven that change could happen if we really want to do wanted to do happen. All right, to happen. Sorry, that's good. But Kurt Kelly, I hear what you're saying there. But what is the track record of the group that has just won? Don't know. What Janelle is saying there?
Janelle, why must they change it and everyone has to eat our food and the people must take it and shut up? And then Kurt is asking you a question here. You want to know, Lovey, quick question. Why is it that we Trinbagonians resistant to change?
Not me. I don't know about them. The reason why, to me, this is not, according to Spree, this is not the view of me. I want to believe also Spree or anybody here of the Lovey the Glory World Class Entertainment. This is the view of me. We are still voting, how to put it, black and white, East Indian and African.
Exactly.
I'm being honest with you. They have it as PNM is African and UNC is East Indian. I'm being real. I'm being real. But when you're watching the government,
in my opinion,
but when you're watching the government with the PNM, who ruling the show? What Imbert is?
Them fellas have money, Lovey. Money talks.
What Faris is? No,
Money
but
talks.
what I'm saying is they are voting like that. And you know what I can handle too also? I don't
And
need,
the
you know that I've been saying this quite a while. Sorry for not cutting you across, but I've been saying this for quite a while. Right? And I'll say it with bold assurance, who vexed with me that is them. When UNC was in power, in Point Fortin area here, UNC show you that even though you didn't vote with, I built 3 schools in Point Fortin. I opened up for the hospital to open. No matter the mistake I make with the highway, I who started the highway. It reach up to Debe. You're going to Debe and Penal and things as normal. I see about Saparia market and they made some mistake with the Savannah, but they did all that. The quick shop in Saparia, my brother. You know, man, we are nothing like that down point, right? And whatnot. The police station in Labre, they break down the police and them. And I will tell you that in Point Fortin, the police and them, you know where that was? There was by the old bank. That was Spree and them were living in Labre. By the old bank. There is no court and them kind of thing. That breakdown. The Ministry of Works and whatnot. It's rocketing. All these kind of stuff. I'm seeing how WhatsApp is coming in here. I would take a voice note to that in a while. All right. I will check out that in a while. Right.
Before the highway reached the Debe, I can't remember exactly where I was, but I remember somebody telling me that was the plan for the highway to reach to Debe, and then the rest, whatever happens, happens. And it was because, and I never heard anybody really mention much about it. There is a UE, I think, down in that area. I don't know.
Yes, they were building the UE down there. They were building a UE down there.
So what
And
this
I
person was
really-
telling me,
Go ahead.
what this person was telling me is that they organized for some of their friends to purchase the land around where the UE is building. This is old Caroni land and stuff. So they could build the little houses to rent and so on. And so said, so done. That's how they think this will.
But, Spree, let me ask you a question. Lovey running taxi. Lovey underground. We so many things then. Oh God, you know where we just hang out by underground and them, and you know where we just hang out. When we feel to take a little breeze and take a little sips and play with little music, we go in by underground. you end up in a position in government, politics. You want to put it in politics, no problem, but politics, right? You end up in a position where you can help the fellas and them around you. You ain't gonna do it?
Yeah, I will. I help
So
it.
then-
I help it, and I can barely help by helping, and still help.
Exactly. So this is what I'm trying to tell you, Spree. If somebody is in power, me ain't get the people them wrong. I don't care what nobody say. The problem I have with the PNM, and this is not no alleged, that is the problem I have. They don't see about their own. And when UNC in power,
You see, and that's where our problems coming from in the law. That's where all the corrupt practices and where money wasting and thing coming from. If we do the right thing, we won't have all this issues. Because you want to see about your partner, and when them come to see about their partner, and that is all the money going just on friends and family and finances and stuff.
exactly, and they're not going with the ground. They're not understanding the ground. And when I mean the ground, you're not just friend and family. In the UNC with Bola Assurance, they seen about their friend and their family, and plus, you hear the plus, and plus.
To run a campaign as, let me say, well, an effective campaign. To let's see, you have you have people that you will need to pay. You have a couple DJs in different areas, mic men and so on, to run a successful campaign. Is not no petty change. Now it's got people that believe in you and go feel really right. If Lovey win, I'm gonna love you a piece of money. And if Lovey win, Lovey go take care of me. So I give you $100,000, and next man get 100 or whatever to run a campaign. When you win, you're looking for something to give me.
Stick up in writing. How much jerseys does push up? On the both side.
Yeah.
Then how much truck?
Them taking off.
Right. Then how much catering? Then how much drinks? Then you have to pay people. I'm talking about people to work. You have to pay people for that. Right? You have to pay people for this stuff. Right? So when you do calculate, it's nothing less than $1 million you put. Right? But for the 5 years, if you ask for one thing, you jump up and you say, boy, we ain't have. And don't get me wrong, I don't want nobody to mash me up. If all you want to mash me up, no problem. Don't get me wrong with the PNM and the UNC. I'm talking on the whole, because anybody that go in power, these are the things that has happened. Sometimes you just forget the ground. And that is why we are.
How we get the system to change? How? You can't get the system to change. Our system is a democracy, which means the most people. And when you check it up, the most of the people die hard and sycophants, right? So you can't get rid of that. What you doing there is just spin it up in money. You can't change that. It's not like Tobago where the whole thing would change. We can't change it. We won't see that changes in our lifetime. So some people is by you can't win them, you join them, yes. Make a money and but you see me now, I can join the thing because I man, I speak up when I see nonsense. Whether who it is, when I see nonsense, I have to speak up. It has hurt me. Even all that work and thing, they started telling me, boy, Spree, don't say nothing, because from the time you come in nonsense, square with me, I had to speak up. And that is a problem I have. It has been very tough for me to stay quiet when nonsense going on. I tell you, I voted because of the same man in the zone here. I voted because of that. Because them men and when I want the little assistance and thing with my community and thing, them men has helped me. I always thank them for that, always. But it are things that they could fix I thinking and they're not doing it. Because everybody just in a flow. I don't know what going on. Everybody just flowing. And then too, they have a policy where if you're in flow, well, that's your last, that's it. You're gonna end up in the cemetery there. So you have to flow. You're flowing, you have to flow for you to survive. For you to eat that food, you have to flow.
Well, boy, I
And that
going with the
flow-
flow. I saying, listen to me. I saying why I have to say why going with the flow. Because yeah, what going on? According to you, it is what it is, you know. Because no matter who we put in, that's where it's going to end up, my brother.
Exactly.
Right? So let me pay a bill. You have a question tonight?
Yeah.
Right. Let me just pay this bill here and we're going to your question. Let me hear what you have. Let me hear what you have. I know you like bacchanal yourself. Let me hear what you have.
It's a serious question, really, not a bacchanal question.
No problem. We're going with it serious. Kurt Kelly and then here. So let me.
You're locked in to Trini Spice FM, bringing you the best known and less known soca, Caribbean and urban music from around the world. And around the world. Trini Spice FM. Good vibes. Good vibes only.
Make I go love you, ja. Make I go love you, tender.
Trini Spice FM.
All right, guys. So Spree is on the ball this evening. Spree is going to be coming with the question this evening. I have a little question here also too. But when you do check it, or when I do check my time here, 57 minutes has already gone, and we want the show to just be an hour, probably an hour 50. All right. So good evening. Also going out to Susan, who is inside the mix. Good evening to you, Susan. So glad to have you locked on, and to all those who are on the website who are just checking it out all on YouTube. We say good evening to you guys. All right. Don't be afraid to share the live, I don't no problem, man. All right. Off and on also too, we're going to be having little artists. We're going to be having a little another guest also, and things as the case may be. All right. But if it's your very first time here, we just organize ourselves and think we do the thing that is happening in the now. All right. So Spree, let me hear your question this evening. Now come now, let me go with that.
It's a simple question. The question is, if you think you could outgrow your spouse. If you think you could outgrow your spouse, you think you could outgrow your spouse?
In what aspect?
Right, in terms of like career. I had this friend that she says her husband is not. He kind of mad with her for advancing her career because she spends more time outside. And certain wifely duties she unable to do because she more outside and making money now. And she's saying that he's just stuck in one way and not seeing that the growth that she's making and bringing in the cash and things to the home. So she's saying that she thinks that she outgrew him to the point that where she wants to leave. But he's saying, you're not a good wife. You're not a good wife. You're not taking care of the home like you should. It's not about finance alone. That's what he's telling her. So they have to hire a babysitter because she's outside more and that kind of thing. But she could afford it. So that's where the question comes from. If you think you could outgrow your spouse.
Sometimes. So,
sometimes.
You see, now I have to think carefully. I'm going to tell you why. Right? So, I'm going to ask the people on the out there, Kurt Kelly, Susan, Janelle, Corinne, Liz, all those who are on the live here. All right? I forget to tag some people, but no problem. Right? You say outgrow. I don't think it's outgrow, but I'll go with that. I just tell people, and I've been saying this for quite a while. So if it is that you're shooting the question at me here also, I for that. right? Because it's obviously you will have to answer also. And I honestly and truly think that sometimes, that's why I said sometimes. I'm going to tell you why I say sometimes. Communication is one of the biggest things in relationship. That is one. And then sometimes people go into relationship for different reasons. Some people go into relationship because of sight. You understand? Sight. Because of what you see. Basically, the beauty of something. You see something in the person. Like, for example, some people might like the ras. Some people might like my complexion. Some people might like my eyes. Some people might like my how I deal with certain things, like the humor. You know me, I like my little shit talk or whatever. Some people might like. So what happens is some people look at sight, and then some people don't look at the inner person. And that is why I probably might say might. For example, you didn't look at the inner, you were looking at the outer. And for example, you didn't know that it wasn't change. You see, people change if they really want to, right? But people don't change. Situation changes. I'm going to say it again. And I've said this many times. People don't change. Situation changes. When I went through personal counseling and things, and I learned that, and I stay with that a few years. People don't change, spirit. Especially at a certain age, people don't change. You see, when you pass 25, 30, partner, that come like a big tree. How you been in that? How you been in that? Some people will cope with certain situation because they like you and they don't want you to leave or whatnot. And then when they go back and everything get comfortable, the same thing come and happen. Because you know why? The situation change. So that question you're coming with there, what happened is the man and her, they are not compatible. They were not growing together. Some people don't grow together. You have to grow together and you have to communicate together and you have to understand the goals of people, the dreams.
She said 12 years they have been married for. 12 years. What she said, where she was working, everybody started studying and stuff now. So she picked up something too and started to study and thing and started to elevate herself and started to open her own business. But
and nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
but the thing about it is, it come back to what I was saying, because they are not compatible. That is the reality of it, you know. They are not compatible because what happened is he's watching the things and them that she is doing, but he's not watching that the things that she is doing, he will benefit out of it.
Yeah. So yeah, and he's saying that, you know, with what she did there, she more choosing career over like family and stuff, because certain things that you can't do. When you leave home, you know, the children and them, somebody had to take them to school, somebody had to pick them up, somebody had to watch them until they get home.
So he is looking
for the money coming in.
Oh, so apparently he is looking at he likes the family life.
Yes, exactly. And that's what he's saying. He's saying like certain things like
although she loves her family, she likes the next part of life.
Right. So she's on career and he's more on family. So once you go out into that career field and you have to put in work for you to make, you have to work hard. And working hard is spending hours at your business and doing certain things.
What do you think before I say my part here? Because I could set up myself here. But before I say my part, what do you think?
But I think your most valuable asset is family as well. That your most valuable asset is family. Some people just run down that money. I mean, nothing wrong with it, and nothing wrong with having a career and thing, but your best asset to me is investing in your family, and investing in your family is spending time with them. I mean, you need money, but running it down as your God and losing your family in the process, I find it don't make sense.
But what about this part here now? Let me ask you a question. What about she is doing this because she is seeing where she want to go? Although she love her husband and she love her family, but where she want to go and where she want the family to go, it cannot happen without things being done, and that is what she's trying to do. What about that part?
Yeah, but that's what she was saying, Now they're able to go on little holidays and things because she could afford it. They'll go on a holiday. They could go like on a little 2 weeks or vacation and everything. And before, they were struggling. Well, not struggling, but, things was a little tough to come by. So now it's a bit easier with her business and things. And she find that he not studying that part. Then he's saying when he come home to, it's no food and stuff because she leaves very early in the morning and come back. She would prepare things for him.
Yeah, but how to put it? Why he ain't try?
But that's it too. I think on his part too, I think he's thinking a bit immature. Because I mean, if she prepares stuff, you could cook it and when she come home, she have a meal. I mean, you could build yourself to a point where you would have people working for you now.
Boy, I've been real out here.
Enjoy it.
At my age now, let me sit down properly. Let me stretch a little bit. I see me getting a WhatsApp here. Hold on, let me check and see. And I start to check the WhatsApp. All right, cool. That is one of the artists supposed to be coming in, not today, but next time. Right. At my age, Esprit, if I have a woman that going out there and doing it, and whatnot as the case may be, once we sit down and realize that, yeah, what's going on? You making more money than me, I put it like this. And I'm realizing that, you pushing yes and whatnot as the case may be, and you just have to move early. And I ain't seeing no infidelity and all this kind of thing, which mean horn and them kind of stuff. And whatnot, my partner, I going all out with she. And when I mean all out with she, as a man, you have to put your foot down in certain things. Don't get me wrong, as a man. But this is where the communication has to come in. For example, he and she know, he had to tell she, well, hey, babes, I don't like this and I don't like it. And she had to let him know, well, so by what? And they need to reach in a position to reach in a final agreement. For example, well, all right, babes, here, what's going on? Let we put on a good meal Sunday, so it's going to last Monday, Tuesday. For example, chicken and pie and them thing. I know people doing that, 2-3 different pie. You're not eating all Sunday, no, don't get me wrong. No. You bowl it out and whatever the case may be for family and whatnot. You might do different rice. Now, if the man can't cook, darling, you need to teach the man to cook.
But that was going to my battery party when I cook sometimes 2-3 days, but sometimes you ain't feel to eat that. You might make a different.
This is what I'll tell you. That's what I'll tell you. When I cook on a Sunday, for those who are on the live that see me cooking, and some people that jump up and tell me, love you to cook plenty because what going on is free. I have to get up Minister 5 to organize myself for Minister 6 to pick up passengers. Right? So when you see Lovey put on our fried rice and you see a big pot, it's me and my 2 kids. Right? Them small. And I chuck that in the fridge. Sometimes I roll until Wednesday. Now the rice now might be, I might want one or more other rice. Right? Or that rice done. I could put something else on whatnot to stretch that. You catch where I'm coming from? So, in other words or whatnot, and she now has to come together and understand still that your name wife. Right?
And that's his problem. That's his problem.
Right. And the thing about it is, as they does always say, a man has to be the man. And he's the head of the home. Right? A woman, yes, is a helping hand. At the end of the day.
Again, yes.
Yes, a man is the head of the home. Right? And they know the ladies and them just vex when I say that. But at the end of the day, you have to understand that you have your woman duties to do. Right? I'm not saying you're a slave or whatever the case may be. Right? But a man doesn't marry a woman because of slavery or whatnot. There's something that is seen you. Some of we women and them that spoil women too, you know. Because oh God, all the time you're cooking and everything from me and whatnot. As I'm married and you don't get the ring and whatever the case may be, you start to see the real you. No, I'm telling you. As you make a child or something or whatnot, you feel when you're inside the mix or you get a ring, you feel, come on. So at the end of the day, I don't know if she's listening or whatever. At the end of the day, darling, you have to understand that you're still a woman and you're my wife. And if it is a custom with good hot food or whatever the case may, I will oblige and whatnot as the case may be. But at the end of the day, oh God, you want me to be buying food whole week and have a wife?
Right.
I'm not expecting every day.
Yeah, he said when he go to work, everybody opening the bowl and he had to be buying food. You know. Everybody opening up the bowl, he had to be buying food. Only certain days he'll be carrying food when she cook or when he cook for everybody. Sometimes, well, they both going out early and coming back late. So you're having somebody else seeing about your children while they're making money.
And then now you want to beat the children and then when they're doing wrong.
Yeah, because you see, they would be instilled with the sitter's values, you know. They will the person who babysits.
Remember a babysitter is just to be there for your children, you know.
So the values that setting is the babysitter, not really yours.
Exactly. And not even that. Ladies don't vex with me, and men don't vex with me because there are some lazy men out there too. For example,
yeah.
No,
it has a man glad for that. That's a man glad for that.
No, well, listen what I'm coming with here. Spirit, let me be real out here. In the borough council, all over Trinidad and Tobago, right? We are talking not just the borough of Point Fortin. All of us come out early, 5 and 6 in the morning, and all of us beat out a piece of work. Unless it is whole day. We're talking facts here. All of might beat out until about 10 o'clock or whatever. But all you do all you have to do.
Yeah.
So when all you reach from 11 o'clock now, we just join a reference here. What are you telling me? That's why I say lazy men, eh? What you telling me? Come on, man. You know you and your wife move early in the morning. She going and come home all 5, 6 in the evening. You telling me that you can't put the clothes in a digital machine?
Yeah, to wash.
Exactly.
Yeah, we live in an era now where everybody needs to put their hand and help, man. Everybody.
I have a friend of mine or what that as the case may be. I tell you, God, you mustn't say that. I've been real with you. Right? Good evening, going out to your husband, King. Husband, you ain't checked me yet, eh? Good evening, going out to your Eddie. And I'm telling you, it has some lazy men out here because you what going on. She was telling me, boy, love me in line for you. I love my husband, but you well lazy, damn well lazy. He waiting, you know the man, you know. I ain't telling you that man, you're going to pong that man, boy. I ain't telling you that man, boy. You know the man. Boy.
Yeah, lazy
I'm
man.
telling you. Eh? Yeah, you know the man. You know the man.
We are right.
I ain't telling you. No, I ain't care. I'm not telling you. Watch where she tell me about that man lazy boy. You know that man waiting sometime. She coming down the road all 5 o'clock, sometimes 6 o'clock in the evening. And when she reach home, sometimes that man then go for the train and then by him or that. And when she reach home, it have times that she make overtime and things. Because where she's working, not really overtime, but she work late because you know she went to work late for the work that you know she might miss out a day. So she'll try because the work going to build up on her. And when she reach down the road, the husband asks and she, what we cooking today? What we cooking tonight?
The mistake a lot of people make, Lovey, is they would study career and their money and not invest in their happiness.
Happiness is a choice.
the same way that you're saving money to buy a chair set, to buy a house, you need to invest in your happiness too. Same way.
I tell you,
If it's that you have to
telling
put aside something for your happiness, maybe to travel. Some people just do it. Me and you that drink a rum and I play music somewhere. They all weed it up. But some people,
yeah, man.
yeah, so I invest in that. I like myself, you understand? You have your small savings. But you have to do it. There are people who like to travel, there are people like the jewelry, there are people like all kind of different things.
Hey, happiness for me, well, we know that. We just always say that happiness is a choice, right? And I, as a man, like in the show here this evening, here, I like my little coconut water. I like my little juice. Not heavy juice, but you know what I mean, right? And that's my little happiness. And when I don't run taxi or whatnot, it mightn't be a very successful day, right? As how I probably might have wanted. I put my gas in my car. As a man, sometimes I go by the car wash man, let him clean up, or I go wash it for myself. But here what going on? I'll edge out a piece of money here so and buy a coconut water. You know the bottle now, you put it in the fridge. These kind of thing. Or you put a thing of juice, 2 juice, and you put it in the fridge. Because you know me, I alone live in here. Right? The trainer them go be here on a weekend and whatnot as the case may be. But at the end of the day, according to you, happiness is a choice. And no matter what, you don't have to go no too expensive. Right?
Exactly.
And for example, he and her, I understand she correct, but she still have to understand that she's a wife and you're not living alone. And if your husband don't like something or whatnot, two all you need to work on it. Right? And I'm being honest with you, I'm not bashing women alone, but it have some lazy men out here. If you know you'll reach home before your wife, when you reach home, oh God, you can't take up a broom and sweep. Come now, man.
But
You
you
can't
have
wash
to
the
let
way.
say happiness is a must.
Happiness is I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
There are a lot of people don't invest in their own happiness, man.
Yes.
Actually, as you say, that different things they could do. And you see, like me and you, as I say, we like to go out there and have a little fun and thing. If your wife don't like that, then you're not compatible really. You know? But she likes something different and she don't like to be out there, you out there. Things that's not the person for you, man.
I have a friend there. And whatnot. Because you know that. Spree, you go jump up and tell me just so. Or I go jump up and say, I wonder if them doing that thing, boy, which is Ali and them. Right? Big up Ali and the whole underground crew. And I go say, let you swing then, boy. You will say, I love you, I go walk with something. Them men go walk with things. And whatnot. And we cool. We cool. And this is what I'm saying is, she need to search. You must know your husband. Right? You didn't go and marry just so. You didn't meet the husband yesterday and then you're married tomorrow. And some women spoil men. Men spoil women too because they lie. And when you do catch up with it or whatever the case may be, sometimes it's too late. Only women.
We are already saying if you're not happy, why stay in it? Gillette saying, look now, I just look forward to come home and spend time with my husband. So that's what the man was saying, you know. That time to spend with the family, she's not there. You're bringing in money, but you're not there to do certain things. So that's where he had the problem. And she's saying that she feels that she outgrew him.
Nah, that is not outgrow. That's why I paused in the starting of the conversation and I said, that's why I jump up and I said that sometimes. And you laugh and they ask me why sometimes, because of that. Because I think we use the wrong word. Well, they use the wrong word by outgrow. That is not outgrow. Yes, you elevate yourself, right? And nobody else say no, but you still have to understand that you are a wife. And I'm married you. And I'm married you not just because of, in spite of. The Bible says that Jesus loves us. Jesus loves us, my brother, in spite of all the things and them that we are doing and done. Oh.
to balance that career and home is very difficult sometimes, yes, boy.
It is difficult. Nobody will say no.
Especially in this time that we're living in.
Sometimes the grass does look better on the other side. Well, I was going to say that.
Okay, Eddie say,
No, she's correct.
Eddie say that's why the neighbor wear short pants.
That's why.
The neighbors wear short pants. They're studying career.
And watch, I was going to say something concerning something like that. And that is why some of all the women does get horny. Right? I know we men vicey and it is just in a
men too. Men as well as that's
I know, but remember we talking, I know when I say they're men too, I ain't saying no. But remember we talking from the question that is in hand here.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you coming home late and you only studying your career or whatnot as the case may be, just as a man does be looking at a woman, just remember a woman does be looking at a man. Eh?
Yeah, and even when she's home too, she has things to do to like research and whatever, and so it's like you're always on the job. You understand?
Gillette is saying that is why that yeah, but woman is deadly. Woman is very deadly. And let me tell you,
I agree with you, Gillette. Women deadly, very deadly.
Because let me tell you something, partner. You see, when you start to work for plenty more money than the man, and you find like the man, like you overgrow the man.
That is not his problem, you know. The money is not the problem. That she working for more than him is not the problem.
No. I just saying career work, right? Career work. I just saying, right? Because you now find you elevate yourself, which means some people think that you're higher than them, you know, or they higher than you. So I wasn't that kind of level at that point in time. I had a friend of mine and whatnot, and apparently, like she feel, you know, where she educated herself so high that you know that I am not in their level. It's people like that, you know, my brother.
Yeah, you're not in the league anymore.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, I'm not in your league no more, education-wise. But a relationship doesn't just come with education. Ladies, not because a man bright, that doesn't mean he have wisdom. I'm going to say it again. Not because a man is intelligent or bright, that doesn't mean he has wisdom. You want me to say it again? The ladies on the live and all those who might be listening this live after this show, not because a man is bright or intelligent, that doesn't mean he is wise. You point over and anyhow you want to put it. The reason why a man could read all kind of things, but yet he don't know nothing. You know that, Spring?
Gillette say that a woman could be having an affair and the man will never know.
Because he don't want
to. Road sense, not book sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just didn't want to say it so, Eddie, but you're correct. But them women stupid. Then they need level up. The husband, true. You see two, wait, time well running here, boy. You see two, Spring. You see a man very good at running taxi. And you have a B14. Catch where I'm coming from, eh? You working and you're making the money and you have a career and you realize this man can really hustle. He making the little 150, 200, 250, 300. And you're not helping the man to move from a B14.
That's MC
To
Tap.
anyone, come on. Then you ain't ready yet.
Eddie answer in Gillette, he say if he want to know, he will know.
But
and Gillette said Eddie never. I agree with Gillette, yes, Eddie. Never never know. You'll be the last to know all your partner, then no one giggling at you too.
Let me tell you something. You're correct, Spree. But if a man wants to know, he will know.
Oh,
Yeah.
teach me
You
that.
see, what happen is we men just be blind. We don't see the red flags. For example, that man and your wife there, whatever the case may be. Come on, you must be seeing red flags, you're seeing different stuff. Because here what going on? Find out where she working, who is the workers and whatnot, as the case may be. Because let me tell you something, when you go to work or whatnot, sometimes you're seeing the workers more than you. For example, why you feel teachers and children end up so close? Why you feel so? Because here what going on, the teacher is more with your children than you.
It has
So
nothing to do with affair, you know. In fact, she's saying that she thinks that he is having an affair.
No, well, I telling you, she's saying that. But I am telling you, just as what Eddie is saying and just what Gillette is saying. You understand? And just what Gillette is saying or whatever the case may be. Hey, she going to work early in the morning and come away in night partner. She's seeing somebody partner. It don't have to be relationship.
Eddie say again is evil give around the apple. And Eddie right too. But Eddie, that is what Gillette proving she point. Because you know, Eve convinced Adam to eat the apple. So why she can't convince you that nothing happening? It's since in the garden that happening, Eddie. The woman smart from sitting in the garden.
Exactly. So to wrap up tonight's show. So Spree, what you say? Let me hear what you say.
But I said it already. I think you need to invest in family and your happiness too. No, you need to find a balance. You can't be stupid and be broken and all that's fine. But you need to find a balance. All work and your family, you know, you have the sitter growing up your family, and you and your husband don't have that kind of quality time as it should. That not making sense to me. That's why a lot of these career women and men just end up more by themselves and getting used and they're divorced. And because as Eddie said, the neighbor start to wear short pants. So you have to find the balance of home too, man. Give and it's not about just money and you're going on 2 weeks holiday, you travel the world or you do what. It's not life is not about that. The children never more value when you spend more time with them. When you get old, love you're doing this for your children. You go up with the children and things so that when you reach at a stage, they would in turn want to take care of you too.
What do you believe that is what it is really about? Because it's what you instill in your, because what happens is you don't really want anything from your training, but what you instill in them, that is what is going to portray. That is the reality of it. You understand? I want to say good evening to Kingsley. Kingsley, you know, long may see you come on she can't hide for long, according to you, Eddie. So, Janet, you can do what you want. How long you going to hide for?
She said, men, the first sign of your bona fide woman cheating, the woman body just give it away, but man cannot catch that. She cycle has changed.
Not all the time.
But that's what she's saying. So I don't know if you just go and write down thing on your calendar and say, well, today, tomorrow, and check on. I don't know if you just do that.
I heard that you already Janet, and yes, you have a point, but at the end of the day, not all the time. Because a woman is so skillful. She will make sure. You understand? So that all kind of things are understanding what you're saying, Gillette, but now. Yes, I hear all that, you know, understand, but now.
Good night, Alice. Yeah. She say you're talking umpao. Gillette say they're talking umpao.
Nah, not all the time. Nah.
Gillette not like what she's talking about. Gillette like she's speaking from experience.
No, well, I talking from experience.
Eh?
Yeah.
So you get one and no cycle change?
No. Remember, I horn men.
Eh?
I horn men.
Oh. You horn men. You're
Yeah.
proud to say that, right? You do your
No.
better than them that way?
No. No, remember that was the past, you know. And what happened is it has certain things you have to know how to do your thing, man. So that's why I can say that. So Gillette, I talking from experience too. And as I said, not all the time. Don't get me wrong, Gillette. I said not all the time.
So how you guys know?
What? What are you talking about?
How you guys know if you're getting on?
But you must see different things, my brother. We talked that already. You must see different things. You are going on. You have a lot of red flags out here. Let me tell you something. If it is that you're coming home at a certain particular time after work, or all certain times it start to change. If all the time I used to carry you to work, and all of a sudden you want me to carry you to work. All the time I used to bring you home, and all of a sudden you want me to come for you. All these kind of stuff. All of a sudden you have a problem with certain things. All of a sudden you have a problem with this and you have a problem with that. All of a sudden I don't really like you too much of makeup and thing and whatnot, and we had this thing running. All of a sudden you're doing different makeup, hairstyle. All of a sudden you start to line with different people and different styling, because as I tell you, situation changes, people don't change. And then you're going on. Sometimes you get influenced by other people. And you're going out with the girls all the time. You're going to have some point in time that you're going to meet a man.
So Gillette want to ask you a question. She want to know about the policeman woman from Point.
The policeman woman from Point. I ain't know what she's talking about.
Them police and Coast Guard and shooting people, be careful.
Well, I ain't getting in that part.
I mean, but that was your accent. She want to know about the policeman woman from Point. So had to be something she hear about you.
Me, the policeman woman from Point, not me. Not me. I never deal with no police and all that kind of stuff. Thank God I can't see that.
She want to know the policeman woman the policeman with your horn. That's what she want to know.
I ain't know about that. That part was all right.
Oh. Lisa say when dogs start sucking egg.
You don't stop.
You don't stop.
No. Although they say the technique is you boil an egg and you let it suck a hot egg, it will stop sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the old school.
So you believe a man can change, boy? A woman can change?
Anybody can change unless, I'll say it again. Anybody can change unless they want to change. But as again, I'll tell you, people don't change, situation changes.
Kingsley say they're putting you up.
Yeah, that's my cousin. Yeah, they're trying to put me up get Kingsley, boy. That's nothing. I have custom with that Kingsley, boy.
Somebody pension money, Gillette talking about, boy. Who pension money at TV? I'm a certain real thing here, boy.
Yeah. Neil, they jump up and say that I used to go down with a holo, man. I never went down with a holo, man. In my
I know that man, if you take a pension, you go say you take a pension.
You know that? Be afraid to say that. If I have to go down with a holo, man, she have to be looking real good.
Eh? You go down with a holo, man, right?
Never. Never. Any other questions? We have 5 more minutes.
Nah, I don't know. You had a thing. You know nothing. Gillette is looking to make a baccarat and do it.
I know. I got custom with Gillette and them, you know. I got custom with them. I got custom with Gillette and them. You understand? But nevertheless, at the end of the day, spree, again, I'll say it, happiness is a choice. All right? The energy that you give out is the energy that you will get. Right? And ladies, you need to understand that you are still the wife. Right?
What's your comment?
I'm not refreshing the Facebook page.
You see it?
It's 6 in the morning, what?
No, it's our next one, only but It's 6 in the morning where you been. I was with the girls, yeah, right. See the moment as it say that now.
Yeah.
It's a girls line. Eddie probably talking about experience there too. Yeah.
I
So
know
that is
that.
experience Eddie talking from. Eddie just like Lovey and them fellas. Huh?
What you mean?
I knew what I mean.
You know what you
Eddie
mean,
just
brother?
like Lovey and them fellas. Both are affair.
Nah, not me, brother. I cool, brother. The thing about it is, at the end of the day, if a woman wanting you or a man wanting you, it little know. It's we that play stupid out here.
Yeah.
And I just count out a few for you. So what I was trying to say is, Gillette, no matter what you say, I hear what you're saying, but at the end of the day, it's we that play stupid out here. Plain talk, man.
So a man feel well you could decipher now when thing happening.
Yeah.
All right.
So Spree, you can't do that?
No boy, Gillette say them woman skillful. I don't have a skill boy.
Yes, they're skillful, but I telling your partner, if you really want to know, you're gonna know. But what happened is, we get so comfortable. Listen what has gone with us, eh? You understand? Hey, Sawa.
Love you used to get the pension money and go in the shop in the parlor opposite the bus terminal at Newlands.
Yeah, like what Neil say. And the next one from Newlands is joining. Sawa, good evening to you, not me. That never happened. So the whole thing about yeah, like Sawa.
Gillette say them women skillful, them women are skilled. That's what Gillette was trying to tell you.
Yes, and again I will say, I am not saying no. But what I am saying here also is, as much as so according to Eddie, right? Christy, good evening to you. Good evening to you. As much as the women and them are very skillful, at the end of the day, they're gonna come a time it will catch up with you. It will catch up with you.
It's a 99 days for thief and 1 day for police.
Exactly. I'm telling you, it will catch up with you eventually. Eventually, it will catch up with you. Look at one of my situation, all right? Fast before we leave from here, right? And thing as the case may be. In one of my situation, eventually it catch up with the person.
But some men have no discipline and disrespectful. They love to play Russian roulette with your life. Men adapt to the surroundings and cover tracks. What she mean by Russian roulette?
Russian roulette means all right, it come like this. You're going on have sex and whatnot with no condom. I Russian roulette.
Men and women just have good relationship and just still home. That is a long rope for my wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you see, and that was cause men to have like different family outside and all kind of thing. You have secret family outside and you're hiding. You can't tell your family that you have a son or daughter with somebody else and somewhere else.
Because you know you want honor, brother.
Yeah, because things like that. If a girl come home and tell you well she pregnant for somebody else too. That red card thing right one time. Referee had to blow off the game the one time.
Yeah, but I was always say this, Spree. And I think I've said this already on the show before we get out of here. All right? And I'll say it one more time. I hear what you're saying. No, don't get me wrong, eh? I He ain't what you're saying. But at the end of the day, if me and my woman going real good, I'm going to say it again. My woman does cook, wash, everything. Help me with the bills and whatnot as the case may be. And I hear she honing me. Now again, my sex, everything good enough. But we have to discuss that.
Yeah, leaving?
We have to discuss it while leaving for. This is no one. No, you're not understanding. It have people I know, brother, that married.
Hold me, brother, leave me. That what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is, we have to now discuss it. Because it had to have a reason. It had to have a reason why you're doing that. And if it is that we can't reach to that understanding, but we love one another, well, all right, I in my room and you in your room and whatnot, and we ain't getting divorced. I know, we had that conversation here already. Why going for?
So let's say a point man introduce her to a woman as his cousin. You know, have 2 kids with her. That your partner?
No partner.
That one your partner. Yeah? I know what a sexual.
Appreciation. Look for the for the family tree. You come home and you see your wife with a man on your bed. What
lovely say stay. Lovely say stay. You have to talk about that.
No. That is a different topic. Kingsley, we hold that already, but next time we hold that. Kingsley, on a Tuesday, we just be here from 8 o'clock. I'm a cousin. And from now on a Thursday, right now we have the DJ shootout that is going on until 18th of December. So next year, please God, Kingsley, check me out on a Tuesday and a Thursday. All right, we hold that part already. All right?
Yeah, but why explain to me what I was not telling her? Explain it to me.
I said it already to the ladies and to the men.
Because the woman bringing home money and all that going down good. That is it.
Every time we have a good relationship going, and I hear you warning me, we're going to have a discussion on it. And if it is that we cannot love one another as husband and wife or whatnot, we need to find some form and fashion and whatnot as the case may be. Because if it is that everything you must do or whatnot, where you going?
But I was telling you, that is a whole member leaving situation you hit me there.
Well, if you want to put it like that.
I mean, if I want that for this.
All right, so the ladies, I am asking you all here. Your husband does everything. You make sure your money is all right, your bills paid and everything and whatnot. You have children and things and you have a loving husband. You don't play with home. And you hear he have an outside relationship or whatnot. I saw it on TikTok. A girl jump up and say, "Oi, if only see the man honing or God, leave the man in peace now. I just make sure I get everything here. Leave the man alone." And
that could
no
never
again.
be happiness.
Eh?
That could never be happiness.
So yeah, it have women agreeing in this kind of timing that they know they go get home, my brother.
Gillette want to know if you go beg.
Beg? Nah, not me. I different. I got different.
Yeah, you talking like you go beg. Well, oh, don't even have a.
No, not love me.
Huh?
Nah,
No. The man will come here when I'm not here.
No, not by me.
But you do not go anyway.
Let me reach that understanding.
Yeah, but what understanding can be?
Girl, we ain't divorcing or whatnot. You go be in that bedroom and I in this bedroom here. We have a good thing going. Yeah, what going on? You continue and then what you doing and I handling what you doing or whatnot. Because to get a divorce is a different ball game, you know. It's a different ball game. And I'll let you know too, just the way you're doing that, I only hope you have no problem with I having a woman on the outside.
So she having her own space in the house, you have your own space in the house.
Yeah.
And
you have to reach an agreement that I not bringing no man here and you not bringing no man here. You take your man on the outside, I take my man on the outside.
Kingsley, that looking just like Lovey and True. You know? That look like Lovey and True. I'm telling you. Lovey looking like that ain't showing good Lovey. That red card.
Yeah.
That red card, yeah, boy. Referee had to blow off the game. There. The
Why you
goodness
and
to
the outside? Let's say she and the outside woman at a talk. For what? What are they talking?
Gillette, where you can tell you, man?
For what? You
He's
have
a
to talk
husband.
about
But it has some people, as I say,
Eddie.
it has some people, as I say,
Eddie, but to go through a divorce partner is a dread thing, you know. And it has some people they just reach a certain understanding, and we had that part on the show already. But next time we will bring back up that part of the show if all you want. We don't have no problem with that. I cool. I hear what you're saying, Eddie, but I'm telling you, my brother, it have people like that. I saying it bold and not round. I don't know. I don't know. I am telling Spree, and due to the question this evening,
it
that
has
is where I am. Where you?
Yeah, remember right?
Yeah.
My phone just ringing now.
Yeah, I hear you.
I barely hear you, yes.
Come off and come back on. Come off and come back on. So guys, that's why I'm telling all you, no matter what, because you're working on ladies, if it is that you're getting home, and the man does handle everything and whatnot as the case may be, what are you leaving for? You might jump up and tell you, I can't believe that way you do it, my boy. That way you do it, my boy. And all they try to work it out. And if all they realize whatnot, because remember, this is husband and wife. And we had this part of the conversation already. And the conversation states that, you know, that's the case. So Spring, go ahead.
Gillette says, leave my husband alone. I ain't giving up on my husband. Just so if you're just in a relationship and then that is red card. I red card.
Yeah.
But don't warn me, Gillette. Don't warn me. Chris, see the outside woman had to come home, help clean, cook, and thing, yes? It's not a horn, it's a helping hand. Because she say the outside woman come and cook and all that. All the good, yes.
You see, you're carrying it at a different level, eh?
Yeah, them good, we.
Yeah.
But you sound like you do the same thing.
No.
Say once you leave here, the man could come. When I know here, he could come and I hear and all, no problem. We are going through that. Red card, boy.
Well, I remember in one of the show you did say that, but I jump up and I tell him, I be honest with you.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going through certain things already and think what. We're going through them things. I'm going through them things done here is learn from mistakes. if you learn, brother. But I had to get some stories so you will learn. So I had to get some red card. That's your problem. You have a red card.
I have plenty red card, boy. That's why I'm alone home here. That's why I in the house here alone, my brother. The amount of red card.
Yeah, you had to get red card, boy.
No, well, I tell you, that's why I in the house here alone.
So wait now, how she name?
Who is that?
How she name? I thought how she name somebody name.
No, well, at the end of the day, they will pass through. So she just what pot just so?
Hey, Eddie, what's that? Eddie, them.
And I didn't leave.
Huh?
No, according to Eddie, what Eddie saying. And me leave, me say nothing.
Yeah, but you had to get some red card, man.
Yeah. Them thing what Eddie talking about it, them thing is red flag. And that's why I was telling you, you've seen it or whatever the case may be. And that's why I'm telling you. you're seeing these things, and that's what I was trying to tell Gillette earlier on. We don't see it, but we tend to play stupid.
See, after you pay rent $2,500.
That's what them say. I never pay a rent in my life.
Yeah, but you're paying rent for you, you're paying rent for some girl.
That's what them say.
Like the girl come on and tell talking. Huh? Like the girl will come out and talk really.
It's pretty time to we're going into watch now. We're supposed to be at 1 and 15 minutes. You know, we're going into 2 hours today.
Yeah. So blessed good evening, everybody. Love, next week we had to come at a baccaral. Think the people looking for a baccaral, man.
Yeah, I know. They like Bacchanal.
Yeah,
We're supposed to talk about that 1 and 15 minutes and whatnot, and we decide to go a little longer because
Yeah.
you know the
So
thing
blessed
is
good evening, everybody.
and we online too, so that's basically it. All right. So guys, it was really, really good, and I did never pay no rent and all them kind of stuff, and I ain't encouraging them kind of stuff.
Again.
Yeah. The basic thing about it is free buy. The basic thing about it is before anything go to a different level here and whatnot, basic thing about it is communication is the key. Right? And you have to know your partner. And a husband and wife, they need to sit down and talk before you make any decision. Right? Because a friend of mine, I wouldn't lie for you, I'm dating somebody. I ain't afraid to say that. Come on, I'm not a Makome man. I'm not gay. And even if I probably was gay, I might have like a man, if you catch where I'm coming from. So, but I'm not of that. Right? And the person that I'm dating, I told the individual that you cannot, when you are in a relationship now and you are dating someone and you're going down with somebody, as a matter of fact, not just dating, you're going down with somebody, you might not be married yet or whatnot. You cannot take decisions on your own just so. You know why? Because you might offset something that we was doing before. Babes, I want to do so and so. I ain't gonna kill you for that. But at the end of the day, when you go to do that, you might offset a plan of next week or next 2 weeks. Or next year, it could be a year. And by offsetting, you wouldn't offset just you and I, you will offset the children also. And that is what went on with the woman there. You see, what happened is some people are selfish. In building their career, they didn't study nobody else. Some people end up leaving man, and man leave woman and thing, and they didn't study the children. Our preacher might talk stupidness, as a man does talk me shit talk and thing, but when coming to these kind of stuff, I'm a very, very serious person. Right? You need to think before you speak. Some people speak before they think. And when boom come, it don't reach too far. You dammed the bridge before and you didn't know you had to cross back. All birds that fly high must come down to eat.
A man say you're paying for a stove here, right, Joel?
Yeah, I'm paying for a stove.
Oh.
But it's my stove.
A stove by you, though?
Yeah.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, he might feel like paying for a stove by somebody. Kingsley, what will I do? I paying for a stove on my knee. So at the end of the day, spree boy, at the end of the day, communication. And nobody, I don't really have a problem with you trying to build your career and uplifting yourself. But you need to help discuss that with me too.
Yeah, and sometimes finding the balance is hard. As I say, everything in life is balance, and you have to have balance.
Balance. Because
everything.
here what going on, a meeting might take longer in building your career because you have a husband or a wife. You know. It might take a little longer because here what going on. Where you wanted to run 5 subjects 9 years ago when you had nobody, now you will have to run 2 subjects because you still have your family here to see about. Because I've been honest with you, I love sex. And if it is that every minute you're tired or whatnot, you're going to make me go outside somewhere. I remember my partner Damian Melville, when we was working WAC radio, a man tell me that. A man tell his wife, Damian Melville respect. I don't know if you remember that. A man tell his wife, she was looking to fly out. And she ain't sure when she coming back. You know what he tells you? Well, darling, don't get no answer. When you fly out, I only hope you know it will be having sex here tonight. She never going away. No? He tells you don't get no answer. No? But letting you know it has sex here tonight. In other words, he's trying to tell you, letting you know when you're gone, it has somebody here.
Yeah, somebody come in your spot.
And I told a friend of mine, I ain't calling no name. You know I have plenty stories. So you only can't figure out which one I'm talking about. I told that friend of mine, don't get no answer. No. I only hope you know. That is all I have to say.
Yeah, boy. So next week, please go. Next week, please Tuesday. We had the DJ competition on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Yeah. Right, that is semi-finals this Thursday. 3 DJs are going to be shooting out. DJ Camo, Song Station, and Empire. And even if anybody loses in this competition, they comes back next week, Thursday. Them and the other 3 DJs that has lost to try to get back into the finals. The 2 DJs that is going to the finals will rest until the 18th, which is that week now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be watching to see who coming against them. Right? And again, as I told you guys, I have a special prize in the finals. So let's not take it serious. I have a special prize, my brother. You understand? So Spree, wrap up.
Yeah, so I must say blessed good night to everybody that took part in the conversation. Nice conversation. So until next week, everyone.
All right, guys. On a Tuesday, you know the thing that go who out, where, why, when. Spree and I. Off and on, we go have a different guests also too. We go have a different host also. And of course, the DJ competition these days, we are bringing a special guest judge. We have 2 special guest judge this Thursday. Wait for them. And then the finals, we go back to Lakeview. All right, all those from Point Pleasant area, we go back to Lakeview. 3 DJs. Now here we doing the finals, Spree, I'll let you know. Let me relax till you know this thing. DJs are all going on this live here and all they want to hear what I'm going and say. I said it already on our broadcast and I'll show you who did, Spree.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, how we doing this? The finals. The 3 DJs is to come with the set. Who lose, which means you come third already. The 2 DJs going to be coming back on the set with the 2 laptops. Spree have a set. Underground have a set. Not as the case may be, but anyhow, they know how to handle it. The set that them fellas have, 2 laptops could go on it.
Yeah, one time, man.
So here how we doing it. I want to see real DJs. So if the man who come number 1, who pull number 1, he bust the first tune. The second DJ come in and bust that tune to contradict that.
Song for song.
10 songs, but the mixes and them must be clean. It's not no stop tune. And who had the better song and who mixed cleaner? That wrong 1. Wrong 2. We have 3 wrongs, eh? We don't want no unfair thing. 3 wrongs, 10 songs. Right? Then we go in second rounds again. So then a man might come 1-1. A man might draw then. And then the third round is to see who going home. Who comes second then. Now, if the same DJ win round 1 and round 2, definitely we don't have a third round.
Right. Understand.
Right? So if you're going into a reggae, and the next DJ come with a next reggae, but you know, he's splicing nice. And then a man come with a reggae and he's splicing a parang. And then a next man now have to come and try to contradict that parang there, you know, because you were going to mix towards that parang. Now remember, it's old school dance, all new school. We're keeping the concept. And that is how I want to know who is a real DJ, because this time you didn't practice that.
Yeah, right thing on the fly.
That is what we're talking about. All right, Spree, so have a blessed night, my brother.
Yeah.
Guys,
Blessed night, everybody. Yeah.
Thursday, guys.
I can't shake this vibe. Explicit, boy. It's Christmas. Never. Oh, you know where they're going. I saw them pulling that talking in the grocery. You been high. feed it for woman come in. Nah, I can't provide. If that is your scene, you're watching my things. Nah, I and buy. I know them woman looking for money, but this Christmas I'm moving wise. November month then come a looking of everybody. When I collect my pay, I know I hear no sad story. I'm buying my things, I'm stocking my drinks. Don't worry. See the season, me and them girl, hey guys are different story. I don't want no relationship for the Christmas. I say go. Next loss I go make my own breakfast. I say go. I don't want no relationship